Amici e amiche, siamo qui con ADONXS, il rappresentante della Cechia. Hi ADONXS, welcome.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
Well, first of all, let's talk about Kiss Kiss Goodbye, your song. How did you create it?
Um, Kiss Kiss Goodbye was one of the last sessions that I had before the actual submission for Eurovision. Um, at that time, I already had a couple songs written that I was considering submitting. And this was really just like a joyful session that I organized with my friends in London, my former band members, former classmates, nowadays, active songwriters. And yeah, it was actually a group of six people, which is quite a lot, and not unusual, but not that very common for a songwriting session. You usually get like three, four people maximum. But since we all knew each other, it was very relaxed. And I really enjoyed it. We were writing something that we wanted to enjoy together and that we wanted to listen ourselves. And I wanted something that I'm gonna really enjoy on stage and something that I can where I can deliver energy and yeah, I was immediately imagining myself, okay, how does this feel performing live? So this was somehow the process and it turned out to be the song that impressed the juries the most.
Well, you certainly did. And how was working with Lorenzo Calvo, that is an Italian musician?
So, to be fair, Lorenzo is an OG member of my band called Pace back in London. He is now with me in Prague. He's not in the studio, but we were recording with him yesterday, a string version of Kiss Kiss Goodbye, as well. And yeah, we know each other for such a long time right now. He's an amazing guitarist. If there is a space and time, I'm always trying to also get him here to Prague to perform. So he's here quite often as well. And I do know that he has other um musical projects where he's either stepped in as a guitarist or even managing the whole project. So Lorenzo is like a family, to be fair.
Yeah, and the video clip for the song is very particularly with this time traveling and also a very significant ending. How did this idea come?
So I wanted to create a world of itself for a music video. So um, by saying that we won't be reproducing or replicating anything for stage or anything. That was just like a world of its own. And for the music video, I worked with a director that I collaborated already with for my on my previous music videos, at least three of them. And we wanted to bring in something else, something extra, something deeper for the song. So we unleashed this deeper trigger of the Kiss Kiss Goodbye concept, which is inevitably saying goodbye to things that no longer serve you in life, that are limiting you, and maybe repeating in your life as well. And so when it came to romantic relationships, I would have this very repetitive uh, system that I was trapped in. And I realized, okay, the trigger is actually somewhere else. The trigger is in the childhood. So let's maybe elaborate, let's maybe explain this through the music video. But the song itself is a love song, and the song itself is not sang for a missing father or missing father figure. It is a breakup song. It is you breaking up, whether is it with person or with something that is no longer serving you in life. So at this point, we unleashed that, we talked about it, and we're coming back to the surface a little bit, because you can do that in pop music. We're coming back to the root of it, which is a love song for the staging.
And I also heard that someone compared it to Lady Gaga's Abracadabra.
The dance break, yes,
Yeah.
which I love. This reference I love. And to be fair, it was there as one of my references for the choreographer when we were building this up and when we were creating it. So if someone noticed this, I'm very happy because it was one of my references too.
And what the Eurovision means to you?
It's a music Olympics to me, really. I don't think there is anything else like Eurovision out there when it comes to music. I think it's an amazing platform. They can really kickstart a career and really link you with a lot of talented people, which is also a great goal for me.
And which is the aspect of the Eurovision community that you like the most and the one you like the less?
Community in terms of fandom or community in terms of
Also,
the I don't think I've experienced more supportive crowd. I think like Eurovision fans are so devoted to music, so devoted to you as an artist, and they are really um a big like looking for detail, which is very appreciated, I think. And this is the space where you can really lay the Easter eggs, and they will try and find it because they are being interactive, and that's wonderful. But maybe it comes both ways. Like you can be really loved and adored one moment, and then you might lose this support very quickly. So it's probably just realizing this and trying to not to lean or rely on that support because it can also quickly disappear. But so far everything was really lovely, and I really appreciate the support from the fandom.
and from all the Eurovision songs and all the years, which one you would have liked to have written?
Oh, definitely Duncan Lawrence Arcade. That's like an obvious answer for me. But I also love, I do love Soldi too. I do love Mahmood's song. I don't think that's a song that I would write, but I do think that's something I would enjoy performing so much.
And what do you think instead about artificial intelligence in music?
I don't think the character can be replaced. I think it's a great tool to speed up the process to help you with creativity. I'm not using it myself at this point when it comes to music, neither lyrics. But I don't see a problem maybe using it eventually or just having it as a tool to help you. So obviously it's a part of progress. It's a part of the journey, and I don't think we can avoid it. But ultimately, I don't think you can really replace someone on stage. That's not happening.
And how do you see the musical scene in Czechia?
Um, I I think the local scene is quite small compared to other countries. Even the countries in Eurovision. So it has again positives and negatives. I think the positives are that you can really reach out to anyone and get in touch with them, and you usually know a lot of artists in here. And on the contrary, it might be you know limited to a certain level, like okay, um how can I broaden up the audience, how can I actually get my music to more people. So there are definitely pros and cons in here, but I think we have a lot of talents in here as well, and then we've seen it even in Eurovision in the previous years.
And in your opinion, how the perception of the Eurovision has changed after the international success of Maneskin, but also Rosaline that opened for Ed Sheeran?
Well, I do think the level of Eurovision is just like growing and growing. I feel like it's more difficult every single year. And I love that it's also attracting, established names like Ole Alexander, even Mahmood coming back with Prividi. So I do love this part because it's adding credibility to this platform. The platform doesn't need it because you can find it there anytime. But it's great that it's happening, and yeah, if there is this, success around it, even ABBA, even Celine Dion, even Maneskin, even Rosalind, that's just, showing all of us and giving all of us a massive hope that, you might be one of these people eventually, or your career can get on this level if you work hard and the stars are aligned.
And your song is among the favorites of Jerry Hale. Did she give you some advices?
So she was part of the internal selection. She was part of the international jury. I didn't know that obviously because you are not supposed to know. So she revealed it when I met her in Prague. And I spoke about her, about the process. I spoke with her about what she's doing after right now. She's doing so great. She's touring. So I was getting tips on especially the touring part. So yeah.
And we know that you're also a dancer and a model. These characters did help you in your musical career too. There's one you prefer among the other.
To be fair, I only label myself as a singer-songwriter. I don't label myself as anything else. This comes as a package, obviously, when it comes to pop music and when it comes to show business. So I always had the ambition for dance and the fashion world, but it was never my number one priority. I would always just take the dance class or do the modeling job because I know it was, first of all, a nice experience, or a money job, and second of all, something that I knew I might eventually use on stage, which is happening. So I never had a career ambition when it came to dancing. That was always just with music.
And also, there has been another contestant from Czechia who was a model too. That's Mikolas Josef that participated in 2018.
Yes.
Did he or some of the other participants from Czechia give you some advices?
So we don't know each other actually with Mikolas. I do believe he's now based outside of Czechia somewhere. But he is still one of the most successful entries in Czechia's history. So I do look up to him and I do adore his journey and his musicianship. We are friends with Vesna. We are friends with We Are Domi, Lake Malawi, and Cristobal. So I do have this option to always reach out if something is needed. But definitely we spoke a lot about Eurovision with Vesna and with Patricia.
Good. So thank you very much, ADONXS, for your time.
Thank you as well. Thank you.
And
thank you for having
see you
me.
in Basel. Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.